Welcome back. The pandemic put Dane County tourism close to the bottom statewide, but a massive bounce back in the past year, with direct visitor spending growing by almost 30% to give Dane County the largest increase in Wisconsin. Now, what this means for you, we're breaking it down. I'm joined by Destination Madison President and CEO Ellie. Where are the biggest increases in the county?
Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm so happy to be here with good news, because the past couple of years has not been the greatest news coming out of tourism. Number one, by far, are our leisure travelers. We learned early in our research that leisure was going to lead recovery. Leisure means I'm going to go for a weekend with my husband, maybe with my girlfriends or my sisters, and we're just going to have a fun weekend somewhere. And we know that people have sat home for the past couple of years, not just sat home, but you know what I mean. They haven't traveled as much because we haven't been able to, and they're ready to get back on the road again. So that's been a really great bounce back for us. And that's followed closely by sports. We are a really active, really aggressive sports city. People like to come here and participate, no matter what level of sport that is. And then our conventions are coming in number 3. We are seeing gains in those areas, but we're not quite back to where we were pre-COVID.
Which is interesting, because when you think of tourism in Wisconsin, I think of the lakes and the woods up north, right? Which we have our lakes. We're surrounded by 5 lakes here in Madison, but still not quite the ruralness that potentially attracts tourism in other parts of Wisconsin. So, I mean, what part to say the Capitol, State Street, the campus play in that?
Yeah, most visitors are going to come in, they're going to go to State Street, right?
Yeah.
Our Capitol is beautiful. As we all know, it's the largest Capitol outside of Washington, D.C., and they want to go and experience that, but they're going to walk down State Street and they're going to go to the campus and they're going to go to Union Terrace and watch a beautiful sunset. But what we have in Madison that is a little bit different than some of our other neighbors in the state is that we have this great backdrop of urban and rural. And what we're learning more and more from our visitors is that they want to be able to go out and go on the lakes, or they want to go out and drive 10, 15 minutes and do a beautiful hike, but then they want to come back into town and have a great place to stay and have a really incredible meal. We offer both of those worlds in a really pretty manageable setting.
Absolutely. Now, when we talk tourism growth, the first thing that doesn't necessarily come to mind is, say, residential growth. Is there some connection, right? Because we're also the fastest growing county in Wisconsin just for permanent residents. Is there some kind of connection between people coming here as tourists and thinking, hey, I want to move here?
Absolutely. And it is proven over and over. And I tell folks a lot that even if you're coming in to interview for a job, you're starting as a visitor, because you want to come in. First of all, you're going to do all the research on that company. Do I want to work at XYZ? I want to do all the research. But followed really closely by that is, does Madison have the quality of life that I enjoy? And I want to make sure that I did that when I interviewed. I've been here just over 2 years.
I did the same thing.
Right? And you want to research and go, am I going to be happy there? Because I'm not going to work all the time. And so a lot of people that come in, they're going to come in early and late, and they're going to experience our city because they want to know that they can have a nice life here as well, and that they can find in our city the things that they enjoy doing. And I will tell you, that's one of the things that surprised me when I was doing my research, because Madison isn't a huge city. We're a mid-sized city. But boy, do we have everything. You know, if you like gardens, we have the Arboretum in Albrecht. And if you like, I was just at the Overture Center last night seeing a play. And so it's like, what is that thing? I'm an avid reader. We have amazing independent bookstores, and we have incredible neighborhoods. And when I first got here, and I was just walking all around the city, and you know, you go walk down Willie Street, and then you go walk down Monroe, you feel like you're in 2 different worlds. So we have really eclectic, very different neighborhoods, and our visitors are enjoying that experience overall.
I did the whole thing where I looked at the neighborhood maps, and then I went on like each of the neighborhoods' websites, looked up like what the vibe was for each one when I was picking a place to go. So I can definitely resonate with that. Any other big picture findings that you wanted to touch on with this report?
Well, first of all, we are back on our feet and we're through recovery, and I'm just so thrilled to be able to say that, because it's been, you know, my mom always said she thought tourism was the best place for me, because it's usually like the happy industry, because we're usually bringing good news. Oh, look at the impact and look at the number of people that work in the industry. And the past couple years has been like, yeah, not doing too great. You know, tourism got hit first and it got hit hardest.
Yeah.
And so to be on the other side of that and moving forward, when we got these numbers, the staff was like, please calm down a bit, because I was so thrilled to see them. We launched a new 3-year strategic plan at the beginning of this year. We said, where do we want to go? And I said, well, we want to get to $2 billion economic impact for this city because of the impact it has for our residents. And having those numbers come in 2022, I was so thrilled because that's the foundation to get us to that $2 billion. And that's all of us working together. We have a great tourism city, and that's one of the pieces of research I did, because I've been in the cities where it's like, yeah, tourism. But here, people love our tourists. And I walk down the street, I see people stopping people. If you got a map in your hand and you're walking down the street, somebody's gonna stop and be like, can I please help you, right? And so we're really friendly, and it's really great to see tourists are engaging in what we enjoy doing here every day.
Absolutely. I will say this, we're not supposed to take sides as a news organization, but I think I can safely take a side here for viewers of, we love Madison here. We do.
Thank you.
All right, Ellie, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, up next, Democrats are sounding the alarm on what the Attorney General says is a devastating cut to a school safety lifeline.